Hello, Peter Phelps again. With Phelps 3D, I've, I've got this. I ended up taking the T-nut out. What I'm having an issue with is the when they did the punch through, the width of this section is not sliding really pretty inside the hole on the nut that I was working on. One of the was this nut, so I switched it to with a different nut that seemed to be a little smaller. I went ahead and put the two M5 with washers and nuts on, the lock nuts on this that I wanted to do before. I was talking about how I wanted something to keep it from creeping up the nuts. I had totally disassembled this again so that I could go back and put the four of the inner brackets back in. And what I found out is that if I have this square with this part, then the wheels aren't touching where they're supposed to. I could actually pull the plate off, the bed off. So if you notice here, I've ended up bringing it out just slightly. I did that on both sides, where they're just out slightly, so that it fit enough that when you turn the concentric nuts, this doesn't come off, and it no longer sounds like it's riding on the aluminum when it moves back and forth. So the next step, I assembled the extruder. It's the 1M17. Just screw in the Bowden adapter, then the three little 3mm screws, they go here. The two long ones go in this one. There's one small one that's in back here. Then you want to make sure that your teeth for this are aligning with the hole before you tighten it down. There's a little it's a bearing, grooved bearing that went in here. Then this plate goes on. Then the screw here, the nut here to hold that. That goes on. It goes together before you put the screw in and up here. There's a nut that was in with this. I think it was supposed to go in there. If you did not have the threaded hole here, you would put the nut in. It's similar to the printer bot as far as the aluminum extruder on their version. So in the instructions it doesn't say to use this, and since you have a threaded hole here, you just put the spring, the washer, and then this. If I end up needing to, I can put this back on later, but I think it will still work without that. In the instructions it doesn't say to even use this, so I don't, like I said, I think it goes in there, but I don't think it's really necessary since you have a threaded hole in the aluminum extruder itself. Now what I did find out is these two grooves, they're not big enough for the M5s. So I'm not sure if I'm going to just drill it to make it bigger, or try to use the M3 T-nuts and that to hold this on. Then there's the length of the Bowden tube here. I'm going to put you back up here. Hopefully you're aiming towards it. Now, if you take the Bowden tube, stick it in there. How far can I go before I... See, you want to go to... make it go as far as possible. And then I can only install it maybe there. I don't like that. I wish it was about 2 or 3 inches longer. Because ideally I would stick this like there. That's where I would ideally stick this here, and no way is that gonna reach. Even if I flip it around and say I stick it there, it might reach there. Yeah, I'll probably end up sticking it there then. But how do we do that? This bracket doesn't go. If I stuck it there, almost it doesn't really reach. If I go down an inch maybe, but see, I would like it to have distance as far as it can for this part. But then, okay, I don't have this all the way down either. All the way out and all the way down. Let's see. Where can I put it? Okay, so that's all the way down. That's all the way to the... how far it will go that way. That means I gotta install it about there. I don't like that. I have some more of this myself for other printer builds I worked on. So I am most likely going to just use a longer piece, because I would like, ideally, to put this maybe I should have reversed the bracket. I could have done that. If I reversed the bracket, then I would install the bracket on that and then put the extruder on. They don't really tell you. Actually, I think I have it the way that they told me in the instructions. They tell you how to assemble that, if they don't. So they don't show anything about which direction the brackets is supposed to go, or this is supposed to go onto the extruder. So you're just guessing. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm going to maybe reverse the bracket so that it's the other direction. But then I first got to figure out how to install this. I want this like up here. I want it up here. I'll see if I can reverse the bracket. And what I may end up doing is drilling 2 holes that are actually will fit the 5mm screws. Because I would rather use the thicker, wider screws and T-nuts to install this part. And like I said, I have some other Teflon tube. I probably will cut my own length of that so that it fits the way I want. Because this is too short. I mean, I would have to stick this like there. And I don't like it being anywhere close to. So I want this to be able to move all the way up as far as possible too. So that's going to be my next step. Thank you for watching. I'll be back with a bit.